Hey guys, welcome to our podcast. Today we have a very special guest here who seems to want to correct us before we have even got started. So it just goes to show you that today we are getting some insight into the mind of a 15-year-old South African boy. How's that?
I mean, it's alright, honestly.
Anyways, guys, before we get started, I'm Lily, your host. This is our special guest, Yenza, and that is our.
It's Ko, guys, aka SA2. Thank you so much for having me back.
Ko is in the building.
Ba, 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 ba.
Come on, gotta give energy now.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Before we get started, let's talk about our weeks. How was your week?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh my bad. It was full of homework.
Full of
So much homework. Anyways.
I wanted to kill her. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah, she wanted to kill me, but it was I was willing to die for that cause. It was a cause, it was a hill that I was willing to die for. You know that cause where you feel like it doesn't matter, even if she kills me, at least the good deed will be done. That's where I was at too this week. She wanted to kill me, but she doesn't know that I wanted to kill her.
Just for those
That's
who
the
can't
thing.
see me,
That-
I'm rolling my eyes at this moment.
She doesn't know that I wanted to kill her. That's the best part of all of this. She does not know that I wanted to kill her. But in
No,
any
I
case-
knew.
You knew?
I knew.
Okay.
And I wanted to kill her back.
I'm glad.
Crazy.
But together, we're still here, guys. We didn't kill each other, so.
My aunts have lost their mind. Please rescue me.
All right. So before we get started, Yenza, tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, how old you are, what grade you're in. You don't have to tell us your school. Just tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, what do you do? What subjects do you take at school? Just a little bit of insight on who you are.
As the introduction suggests, I'm a 15-year-old boy in South Africa. My full name is Yenza Ntando Boltina, which comes from a hymn in the Tosa Bible, basically meaning do everything with all your love. I was raised by both my parents, being Tembisa and Sipa Boltina. I love my parents so very much, and they love me too, sometimes. And I have quite the Gigantonominosaurus family. They're very, very big, and it's sad that I don't know everyone, but the people that I do meet in my family, they're very nice to be around, especially my aunts, y'all, my mama days. And I am by far their biggest, what's the word I'm looking for? Their biggest loss. I steal their money, but you know, they don't know that I'm aware of how often I steal their money.
What?
Big what? Yeah, I do grade 10. The subjects I chose was physics, maths, core, geography, and cats in hopes to study astronomical sciences. Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to talk about a few subjects or a few things in this thing. So we're going to start with school life and education, right? What is school like for teenagers today compared to how we adults remember it? So I don't know if you've heard stories of what school was like for us or for your parents, because even between us and your parents, there's a huge gap, and between us and you guys, there's even a bigger gap. So what is school like for you guys right now? What is it like?
Well, I mean, since I was in primary, actually, it's very hectic because schools like to get into their little cliques and groups. And I feel that if you're not in a part of a certain group, you get looked down upon. Or if you are a part of a certain group, you get looked down upon. So, you know, people in primary and even a few in high school, it seems like they have a norm for what they expect of other people. And then, like, when you want to be unique and different, they look down on you. And I experienced that quite a lot in primary. But I didn't let it bring me down because, you know, I don't really care about people's opinions, which is why I'm as weird as I am today. But honestly, when it comes to education, it's stressful sometimes, and it also gets a little bit more stressful when parents add their own bars for us to reach. So you know, it's very it's very.
Why are you looking at me?
I'm looking at you because you're a parent.
Is she not a parent?
Okay, cool, but like my head is already
Hey,
facing.
who's the cooler auntie here?
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. but yeah, honestly, it's very distracting because now we're also trying our best, and now once we're below your bars, it feels like we're not good enough, and so on and so forth. It's a bit of a spiral. But other than that, education in school life, it's all about how you see it and how you take it, and how much you actually want to do your schoolwork. Because before grade 10, I was very skippy on homework and assignments, and it got me in trouble a lot. But this year, I've been locking in. My hand can feel it, my poor hand, man. All that writing. But yeah, that's it.
Okay, so you spoke about how parents will put pressure on you.
Mm.
What do you think is the reason behind that pressure? Why do you think that we put pressure on you guys?
No, I get the reasons because you want us to be our best selves, that you want us to reach our full potential so that we can get everything that you'll never had. You want us to explore the opportunities and explore the world. And I love that, honestly. Your reasons are amazing, but sometimes it's your methods on how you do it, but that people really hate. It's not the reasons, it's more the method. But honestly, it's also the child's job to actually acknowledge it and try their best because some of them aren't, and then it's irritating in both parties.
And what methods are those?
What do you mean? What methods are
And
those?
what are these methods
These,
that we are utilizing that are not rubbing you guys up the right way?
these methods are, let's say you wanted me to get 85% for maths core in my first term, but then I end up actually getting somewhere like 40, like how almost every other human being on the planet Earth. And then now you're gonna go hit us with the belt for why? For why? It's usual. You can't blame me for that. It's just how it is. 40% for maths core first term. 40% is gracious. You know how many people fail maths core in the first term?
No, but what is your standard?
My standard, I don't
Why
know.
why now it's okay now to bring yourself to the standard of everybody else, but before when you're talking about how people have got certain expectation of how you're supposed to be, and now you weird. Now, why is it when you get 40, you want to say, but everyone is getting 40? Why do you want
Why
to
are you
now?
measuring yourself?
Why now measuring yourself with other people?
No, it's not that I'm measuring myself with other people. I'm showing you how it is. Like from grade 9 maths to grade 10 maths core, it's always going to be a big jump, as every teacher I've ever been with has ever said in their life. And honestly, some people don't realize it, so they think it's going to be easy, and then that's what brings them down. But even those people that do try, it's also very difficult for them to get over 50% in the first term. But once you stay consistent throughout the year, their marks do improve. Well, that's if they stay consistent. But then when it comes to first term of maths core, you really can't expect much.
I did maths core.
Me too.
I don't remember getting 40%.
But you get,
I got good marks. I remember it. I think the first term of matric I got all sevens. That's the report. Yes, that's the report I used to apply at university. I got all sevens for all my subjects.
you see, now I need that kind of intelligence, y'all. That intelligence
You see
right
now
there.
then apparently like
that
that is she justified then to expect that from her children since she could do it.
I don't think that's fair to put that on them, though.
It isn't.
It isn't. I don't think it's fair to put that on them. However, I also think that as children and as parents, you can see the potential of your child. I have girls, I have 4 girls, and I know their potentials, and I congratulate them according to the potentials that I know they are capable of giving, right? And also, but another thing that you guys do as children is that you guys don't pay attention to the little things. That is something that I've picked up with my oldest. Ubopelo, she will do something, but she's doing it to finish it rather than to understand it. And that's where your guys' generation is lacking, because you're smart enough to get those grades. You have the intelligence. You're not, it's not that you are challenged in any way. You're smart enough to get those grades, but there's a little bit of laziness, there's a little bit of ignorance, there's a little bit of overlooking things. So you have a paragraph and they're asking you to, let's take away from maths now, let's look at English. You have a paragraph and they're asking you questions and the answer's in the paragraph, but you're still getting it wrong. You get a spelling test, they're still in the early grades of life, the teacher gives you the words on Monday. You have the whole week to learn the words and you're still getting a 9 out of 10. I can't understand that. Personally, I feel like the fact that you got a 9 out of 10 means that the brain is there. you were just being lazy to get the other one because you didn't want to study the words.
See, now that don't apply to me because I always passed my spelling test with 10s and 20s.
No, I'm just giving you an example that it starts off at the early stages, and then as you're getting older, now the workload
It's hectic.
is hectic.
Absolutely hectic.
And now, because the workload is hectic, you want to finish so let's say you have 4 pieces of homework, you want to finish every subject as quick as you possibly can because you want to be done, right? And sometimes it goes into the night because you have a lot of work to do. I can understand that. My thing is, if you start off in the early stages by overlooking certain things, by the time you get to the older stages, you're gonna overlook so many things and you're gonna fail, not because you don't know what's going on, but because you're overlooking so many things. It's like with maths. Maths has you know those steps that never end.
All of those steps.
You know those steps? And it's so easy to lose marks in those steps. You can get the final answer right, but if your teacher wants you to write it out in those 6 steps and you do it in 2 steps, they're not playing that. You're not getting those marks. That's what I'm trying to get to. That it's not that we are being hard on you. We just know what you're capable of, and we just want to push you just a little bit more.
Yeah, you see, the thing is, what you just said entirely, I realized all of that at the end of grade 9 when I was very, very lazy. I barely even did my homework, which is even worse. But now in grade 10, actually, when it comes to me actually doing my homework, it's not that I want to rush it and get it finished. That's why it takes me quite a lot of time. You can ask my mom. I'll be sleeping very late hours just doing homework only. It's not even a lot of homework. I have like maths and Afrikaans homework to do, and it's just a few questions. But it'll take me like 4 to 5 hours because it's like trying to get an in-depth understanding of the building blocks and what's going to continue forward. Like for my LO assignments, we had 2 different LO assignments. One is a week long, the other one is 3 weeks long. I finished the one that's 1 week long the day before, but I started it on the weekend that we were given. And the thing is, when I started on the weekend, it wasn't just type this on Google, copy and paste down. It was a type this on Google, look through all the different websites, try and capture the important parts of each website, and then summarize it, and then do my sourcing properly. See, that's what I did. That's why it took me so long, and I feel like it was really beneficial. Although we haven't gotten a marks, but I'm still very proud of what I handed in. And hearing all the stories of no, I will finish mine in 5 hours, I finished mine in 2 days, I'm being like, okay, buddy.
Alright, so while we're talking about school life, let's just close it up. How do you handle the pressures? How do you handle the pressures of exam, the assignments? And also, like, do you think the pressures that come with the assignments and the exams, do they have anything to do with what your life will be like when you are grown up and you're working in your field, whatever field you choose to work in?
Well, I mean, the pressure when it comes to exams, personally, I see it as a good thing because now I know that I'm scared. So that means I'm going to try my best. I'm going to do my best. It's not one of those papers, this is going to be easy. Then it's not easy. And then, I don't study and it's hectic. It's chai. Because that was me last year, in my term 4 geometry math exam. Yo, that was hectic. That was hectic. Yo, I never stared at blank for so long in my life. But also when it came to my first maths paper, I was a bit shaky and I was scared. But I actually did better than that than I did in my geometry when I thought it was going to be easy.
So what do you think the pressure? What do you think that pressure looks like when you are working?
Honestly, I have no idea. It's one of those things that I'm hoping I could find out and utilize usefully. But till then, I have no idea.
Okay. Let's go on to social life and friendship.
Oyo.
How do you guys make and maintain friendships in this digital age? What is a friendship? What is a good friendship in this age that we? How do you quantify a good friendship?
Well, as you say, you guys, I can't speak on behalf of everyone because everybody has different moral codes and so on and so forth. But for me personally, and my very strong group of friends, we are very insulting towards each other and sometimes very racist. But you know what? It's so funny. it's so funny. Because the thing is, you don't get offended by the little things like that. But some people, they really would. They would get so offended, and now we'll be painting ourselves as bad guys. But for me
Okay,
and
whoa,
my
whoa,
group
whoa,
of friends,
whoa. Hold up.
why we holding up?
Hold up. Rewind. Let's go back a little bit. This racism, this meanness, and this lack of respect amongst each other.
It's not a lack of respect.
What is it?
It's a joking way.
Okay,
Like,
this joking manner that you guys have,
Mhm.
is it amongst yourselves only, or is it outside of the
it's
group?
amongst ourselves.
And you guys do not encourage it outside of the group.
I've
Okay.
ever
What is
told you
okay?
this?
Let's. What does your group of friends entail? Females, males, black, white, colored, Indian. What does it entail? What does it entail?
Well, I have quite a lot of friends across races, but when it comes to all my male friends, it's very fine when it comes to racism. And my best friend Zoe, she's also very racist towards me as I am towards her. It's so funny. But then for some of my other friends, which are mostly white, no generalization, but like when it comes to me, what's this being insulting towards them, they really take it personally, which is why I don't insult what's this a specific group of friends. Actually, I don't really insult a lot of people in a racial way but when it comes to my friends, I do because I know that they take it. But I also try and not over say anything to where it actually could possibly get offensive.
But do you not think that by making racial statements a joke or something to play about, you guys are
Discrediting.
you're discrediting all the history that comes with how far we have come as a country?
Okay, I get that's a very valid point. But from my side, why I do it is because I don't take offense to racism. Because taking offense to something, it just ruins you, your day, your week, your year, or maybe even your life. Because taking offense to a lot of things, especially in this day and age, after we've moved past all of that, it's very hard on you because now you're carrying this burden of being offended, people don't like me, so on and so forth. But once you see it as something that you can honestly joke about, because now we're past the point of where everything is racist. Because now once someone says a racial term towards you and you don't take offense to them, they don't have any sort of power above you. So
That's true. I understand that. My question is, from the generations before you, right? Your parents were born in that era where things were still bad. We were born just when it was about to end. So obviously we have a different experience. They have a different experience, and you have a totally different experience, right? But now, when you're talking about racism, are you talking about name calling? What exactly? I don't want you to say what you would say because obviously now we have. But I just like, what exactly are you doing?
it's mostly racial stereotypes. Like when it comes to my Indian friends, I'd call them curry munchers,
Okay.
because of the
Okay.
stereotype.
All
Ah,
right.
my bad, my bad, my
All
bad,
right. All right.
my bad.
Okay. I think. How did I know this was gonna go this way?
Okay, I do want to ask, like, why does that define good friendships for
Yes.
you? Like, why is that? How do you measure a good friendship that you guys can
Call each other.
like in
Racial.
racial ways? Like, besides that, how do you tell a good friendship that this person has got you?
Well,
Like how maybe you and your brother would be like I know my brother got me, he's your brother. Whatever.
no, but when it comes to the racial part, it's because we can joke with one another, and it's like I don't get offended by you, so now I don't have a reason to hate you, because we can be our full selves with that person in a very joking way. But if we go over the top, we will let each other know that we're going over the top. And then I feel like that's also a good quality of a friend because they can correct you when you're wrong. But another thing when it comes to having good friendships, for me personally, is having someone that I can really vent to if I'm going through anything quote unquote hard. And I feel like like my best friend Zoe, as I mentioned her again, she's really a pillar like that. We talk with off you. me articulate my words. We talk with each other often, but now she doesn't have a phone for the whole term because of reasons I shall not say. So now I have to rely on my other friends, but I know I can rely on my other friends because they won't ever judge me if I ever talk to them, and they will actually give me good feedback and try to give me good advice.
Okay.
Okay.
Is social media a bigger part of friendships or is actual in-person relationships better? Which
Definitely in person. Because social media, believe me when I say, the only thing my friends and I do in social media is sending each other reels back and forth or
That's it.
TikTok. That's literally it. Because honestly, I don't see social media as like a whole thing. I just see it as a place to watch a few videos when I want to laugh, and that's it.
Okay.
Because most of the time I'm on WhatsApp or I'm out with my friends anyways.
Okay. How do you and your friends handle peer pressure?
Peer pressure. We do not listen to anyone, and that even includes our teachers, our so on. So it's hectic because we don't. I mean, when we're in front of our teachers, we act like saints because we are saints. But like it's when it's the darker corners behind closed doors or in pavilions, so on and so forth. It's not like we're a very conserved group of people. But it's not like we light fireworks and all and do devious things.
The more you talk, the deeper the hole.
Yes.
Wow, it's not like we do anything hectic or unruly. It's like we're a very inside kind of group, but inside ourselves we get quite hectic. It's so funny. It's so funny. It's so funny.
You know what I fear with this funniness is
Try.
that you're gonna it's gonna be part of your group now, and then your group is gonna disperse because obviously you guys are gonna grow up and things are gonna
You're gonna outgrow each other and
whatever the story is, like whatever happens between you guys, and then you go into work, and then you think you found a group of friends that you can be social with, and then you're gonna start behaving the same way that you were behaving with your friends, and it's gonna go the wrong way.
Very fair point.
Mm.
But I wouldn't necessarily socialize with people and then just start rambling off was this something that could be offensive to people. Like I said earlier, when it comes to a certain group of friends, I watch my words. So obviously if I'm going into a newer friend group, I would watch how I act at first and see what the boundaries are and then work with those boundaries.
My goodness. Okay, I'm done.
Okay.
What are the biggest social issues among your age group right now?
Social issues as in how?
Bullying, body image, mental health. Like, is that a thing for you guys?
And with the people that I know closely, doesn't really necessarily affect them. For some, it does, and I totally get it because some people are emotionally sensitive, and that's just the way they are. So obviously, when it comes to bullying and the image they start to believe what the bullies say, and now they just look upon themselves as bad too. And it's hectic for some people compared to me because like I said way earlier, I don't care about people's opinion. You can say whatever you want about me, do whatever you want to me. I'm still gonna know that at the end of the day, I'm Yenza Boltina, and I myself know what I can do. And also, when it comes to that, I feel like another thing that you could have mentioned, but you didn't, is also your parents, because of the way that they expect. Like for me personally, as a child, I was with everyone. I was extremely extroverted, and y'all would know that for sure. But like recently,
You were what?
I was extroverted.
Oh, I thought you said intro.
Hey, try, stop the cab.
Hey!
Nah. But now I try. But nowadays, as I'm older, I keep more to myself, and I don't like hugging people as much as I used to. It really depends on who I'm hugging. Like y'all guys, I would hug y'all without a shadow of a doubt. But if I see some random person from church, why are you hugging me, bruh? Cause I get it. That would have been me like 4, 5, 6 years ago. I would be the one going to hug you. But now I'm not. I can see you. I'm looking at you. I'm waving at you. Why are you gonna come? I'll be like, okay, okay.
Okay, what changed? What brought that switch?
I don't know. I think I just don't really like being touched by random people.
But I
It's
feel
so uncomfortable.
not even random people. Like I struggle even with real people. Like even you. Like
But yeah, that's what I was going at. It's like an what you expect of yourself, and then if you don't expect higher of yourself, and other people do, and now you believe those other people, and now you want to get better, but now you can't because it's not within your already set potential. It's
And
like a
I do think though that it's not always as simple as that, as just ignoring what people have to say about you. And a lot of people, especially in their teen years, they struggle because if you hear something enough, you start to believe it. So you are fortunate enough to have the willpower to be like, I I don't care. You think I'm A B C D, that's fine. That's your opinion. You but there are some people who if they hear something constantly, they start to believe it. Even if they started off thinking, that's not true, that's not true, that's not true. But the minute they start hearing it all the time, then all of a sudden they're gonna start seeing things that weren't there before. Oh no, my bum's a bit too big. Why are my breasts bigger than so and so? You know, that's the ladies. Even with the guys, oh no, so and so is bigger built. So and so, you know, like they start sinking in, and then you start wanting now to get these things, or you start
having a vision of yourself.
Yes. So yeah, it's something that is there that we need to also acknowledge that unfortunately not everybody has that willpower to actually overcome it like you. So what would you say? Yes, let alone telling people that, okay, telling yourself that I don't believe whatever you have to say about me. But like, there's got to be a conversation that you have with yourself every time somebody says something like that. There's got to be something that you be like, that's not true. You know, like there's some way of affirming yourself. Like you wake up in the morning, you look at yourself in the mirror, you're like, you gorgeous, you beautiful. You know, like whatever the story is there anything that you do above and beyond just telling yourself that, listen, whatever, dude.
I'm using an example when it comes to me, like when I play football, because I'm very big on football. Football is life for me personally. So now, if someone calls me bad at football, I would say outside to them, okay, cool. But to me personally, it's a kind of thing now for the rest of the game. I'd be assessing myself, right? Now, when it comes to the end of the game, and I feel like I quote unquote underperformed what I actually do, I don't just sit there and be like, oh man, I'm so bad at football. You know, I think to myself, and I remember the times where I actually played amazingly and where I've outdone myself and where I've impressed my own self. And I think, okay, you know what? I've done it before, I can do it again, and I'll do it better. You see, so that's me personally.
Okay, one more question. How did you get to have such a strong mindset? Because not everyone has that mindset of, is it how you grew up? Is it how, like, who was that person that made you believe that no matter what everyone else says about me, it's not true, it's what I believe about myself?
Primary school. Now let me give you a little bit of lore. You know how I said earlier when it comes to primary school, you know, everybody was very critical about you and yourself. Now in the earlier grades, people were very critical of me because I was very weird. I was very short for my age. I wasn't really fast. I wasn't really necessarily good at anything at that age because it was an age where I was very
Finding yourself.
I was like, yeah, finding myself. So in grade 5 or 6, one of those 2 grades, you know, I got bullied quite a bit. And then I thought to myself, okay, if these people are gonna keep doing that, then why should I listen to them? But rather I should listen to myself and I should do something about it. Not only to change their opinion on me, but to also change my opinion on myself. And for me to what's the word I'm looking for? For me to inflate myself, but try to inflate myself realistically. Like set goals for me that I know I can reach. Then once I've reached that goal, I'll feel a bit proud of myself. Then I'll set again. It was like a in the modern term I was locked in. You get it. So that was me personally.
Okay, that's nice. Okay, let's talk about family and generational differences.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Why are you choking?
I don't know.
You thought of something.
Yeah, you did. What did you think of?
That's a great question. What's the question on though? What's the question on though?
What are some of the things that older generations don't understand about today's teenagers?
Ooh. Um, that we are not them.
How?
I mean, like you said earlier when it came to how you did in matric, né? And how you said that you get that your children shouldn't be like that. That's a very good point of view because now you know that your children are not you. You can't expect them to do what you did, or sometimes you can't even expect them to do better than what you did. So it's all about the expectations that y'all set, and once we don't reach them, it's not only quote unquote disappointing to you. But honestly, I feel like we take it harder because now we've disappointed the people that we've known all our lives. We've disappointed our parents because our parents have a standing on us that no one else on the planet can actually have. And I feel now, once you are disappointed at us, we get more disappointed at ourselves. And like it's like oh my days, I will never really be good enough. So now, once this constantly happens, once you are disappointed by us and we're disappointed by ourselves, it's like you know what, I shouldn't even try anymore. Then it goes into a state of depression and anxiety, and that's how children end up doing drugs. Because I never knew anyone personally, but I've known someone that's known someone. And like the main reason why they actually take drugs is not because they just want to feel high and mighty. It's because they're trying to get away from the kind of problems that were set from youth because of their parents' high expectations that they could have never really reached. Well, they could have reached if they had thought to themselves, okay, I've disappointed my parents, but let me try better this time, see what I can do to improve. And honestly, when it comes to that, sometimes we're also scared to come to you guys to ask you for help because we're also scared of okay they think I can do this, so maybe I should do it. I don't really need their help, and now we can't do it. And now it's more of a downhill, and it's hectic for some people. But for me, I wouldn't say I really experienced it like that because once I've disappointed my parents, or well, once I think I've disappointed my parents, I would try harder to improve, which was me in the younger grades. Last year and the year before, it wasn't really like that because I was very focused on my social life and I couldn't care less about books or whatever. I was also very big on sports. But now this year, I realized that sometimes it's not really about the outside world anymore. It's about me because now I'm gonna portray myself as a I can't find the word, but you get it. In the outside world, they're gonna look down on me. But now, once I fix myself and once I get to a high point, now the people in the outside world don't look down on me, but rather they look up at me, and I hope I can be a sort of inspiration.
Okay. Do you feel like parents are too strict or too lenient in this generation?
I feel like it's either or. Sometimes there is an in between where the parents are very understanding and they act and they're strict in a good way. But I feel like some parents are way too strict because now you portray yourself as a big bad, as a parent who takes no nonsense. So now we're gonna want to defy you. Because now we're gonna be like, man, who are you? Why do you have to
How bad can you get?
Exactly. It's like a prideful kind of thing. I get it. Yeah, exactly. But now with the parents that are way too lenient, now the children are spoiled, and now the children depend on this constant leniency, and the world is absolutely not like that. Not at all. So now they also struggle in the outside world, which is why I feel like it's also important for those kind of people to have good friends who can show you what the outside world is, but also try and keep you protected. You get what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, wow. How do you balance family expectations and personal freedom?
I don't. I honestly don't. I honestly don't. Because, like, when it comes to what my parents expect of me, it's like, okay, let me do my best to reach it. If I don't, then I will look at myself, see what I got, see where I can improve, where I was a bit lazy at that time, be like, okay, let me cut that off now, and how that distracted me, so let me move it from my life. And like, it's like if I can't reach this person's expectation, then let me try and reach my own and use that as stairs to get above their expectation, not to it, because once you get to something, it's like, okay, I can just sit here now. But now you never really know if you can get higher.
Okay, all right. What are the biggest generational clashes you've experienced?
Me, hectic. I guess it would be the way that I behave at 15 compared to how my parents behaved at 15. Because we had completely different upbringings. Now let's be honest here. They were raised in the ghetto, and I'm here up in the suburbs. No disrespect intended. Please don't quote me on that. But you get what I mean. The background. They were raised in my dad in PE and me here in Sanya, the suburbs. It's completely different places. So now, of course, now how he was at 15. Honestly, I wouldn't know, but from what I've heard, he was a lot more respectful. He would get the job done at all times. He wasn't really lazy or lenient or anything like that. And plus, he also had a lot of siblings to look after. So he also, was like a. But then I don't have that. I'm a younger sibling. I'm in a completely different area. I'm with completely different people. So now they want me to be like how they were because they see that as a good person, as someone who was good, and now they don't want me to make the same mistakes that they did. So when I do, it's like a. So yeah, I get that. I honestly do. But sometimes the best way to learn is by making mistakes. And now once you've made a mistake, now you get the repercussion of it, and it's a very bad repercussion. Sometimes you won't make mistakes, right? And then you won't learn from anything. Because now if you're always like okay, let me stay in this bubble, let me try and stay a completely good person, you will never really learn anything outside the binoculars.
Okay. What is the one thing you wish parents or adults would do differently?
Sure. One. Just
Okay,
one.
okay, give us three.
Three. Okay, interesting. At first place, I feel it would like I have been saying, is to lower your expectations. Well, not necessarily lower them, but don't have a serious expectation of someone who's still very young.
Okay.
Because now it's like a I have to be this, but I'm this, and like it's a yeah. And then another thing with another thing for me personally would be the way you discipline each other. Because now sometimes when you go straight to violence for something that they would have seen as minor, right? Now they're scared to almost do anything because now they're scared of punishment. And like I said, they won't be able to see the world outside the binoculars because now they're looking straight at the target, but they can't see the world around them. They can't broaden their vision because they're scared of what you're gonna do because this depending on what they try. And yes, hitting them is so necessary in so many situations. In so many situations. Because I feel I would have been way worse if
Can
I
I
never
ask
got
you a
hit.
question?
Sure.
In this last year that we were in, how many things do you think that you have done that you think warrant a hiding?
Yo. Well, personally, I feel like
Just name two things.
Two
That you
things.
did.
That you
That
did.
you like, I deserved it.
So wait, I deserved it.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Not the ones where you didn't deserve it. Two where you were like, okay, listen, yeah, I should have.
So it was when I was constantly disobedient. Okay, buddy, yeah, I heard you. Then I wouldn't do it because I didn't really care. You check. That's something on my bed. Like I wouldn't necessarily say what it was, but my father had told me to do something. You check, and I mean I would do it, but it was repetitive. Like he would always tell me, okay, look, this is this, so now you see, like it was a constant thing. Now, obviously, it irritated him because he keeps telling me the same thing over and over and over and over and over. So obviously, I feel there I actually deserve the hiding because because now I would have continued being like that and it would have caused a sort of laziness. And I didn't see it when I received the hiding. But now that you ask me it, I honestly see it. I feel like I actually deserved it. I seriously did. Another one. Listen, I didn't do my homework. I just leave it there. I just leave it
Why?
there. There was a lot of meetings.
I
A
remember those
lot.
meetings. Why?
I don't know. I was very lazy. I will admit it a lot that I was very lazy in grade 8 and grade 9. Actually, even a bit in grade 7. I was so lazy. My friends know it. My parents know it. The people around me know it. It's just I was lazy.
What do you think was causing the laziness?
I don't know. Like I feel it was pride from the lower grades where I actually didn't. I'd never opened a book, and I'd always get one of the higher marks in my class. So now it was like a same thing moving into high school. Be like, no, this isn't really a challenge, so I don't need to care. So it was like a nah. I've already. It was like a prideful kind of thing.
Okay. Okay, let's talk about teenage hustles and money matters.
Okay.
Okay. Are teens in South Africa interested in making money early? Like side hustles, businesses, part time jobs? Is that something you think about?
Absolutely, 101%. Because the tax that this country implements is hectic. Because I'm gonna use an example that was literally this year, where my English teacher, Mrs. Dyson, shout out, she was very expressive on the fact that how expensive things are these days compared to way back when.
Definitely.
Cause like how she had bought her house, her husband and her bought a house for 250K. They had bought it. It's actually a very fairly sized house. I think it's actually a little bit bigger than this.
My goodness.
I know it's hectic. And then at the end of all that she said, nowadays for 250K, what are you actually going to get? Exactly. Because 250K is practically grocery money at this day and age. Okay, I'm over exaggerating, but you get it.
But almost, yeah.
Exactly.
Some households, yeah.
Because now it's like a very very big difference between way back when and nowadays. Because now almost everything is very very expensive, so now that some of us notice and realize this, we try to get money early for for when that time comes, so that we can try and be prepared. Because like someone I know, he has been, hustling, trying to get money, and I mean he's been successful here and there, but
Okay, that's what I wanted to ask as well. Like, what are the side hustles that you guys are looking at, or that you guys are seeing as something that you can do? Because I know there's also the factor of, is it not embarrassing? Are my friends not gonna give me, like, is it not gonna make me look like some kind of way? So what if, let's say for example, I don't even know if they allow this. I know back in the days, our parents would take stuff to school and sell. They'll sell chips, they'll sell sweets, ice blocks, whatever. They'll take that. Like, I know in this day and age, it's not a thing that you guys would do. It's out of the question.
It's not cool.
So embarrassing.
not necessarily that it's embarrassing. It's also because schools don't allow it. Because in primary, us this the grade 6 class that I was in, we were very business minded. We sold quite a bit. But that class, which were the main providers actually, so most of the dispersers went in trouble, lucky me. But they got into serious trouble because they were selling in the school, and now it became a rule. Now the school was losing profit, and now we were completely banned from selling. And I feel like most schools do that already as well. So like it's
So what do you guys do? What is it that you guys do now to try and make money? What side hustles are you guys into?
well, most people like to do crypto and trading, but honestly,
You guys are 15. What are you guys doing in crypto and trading?
look, it's the only way. It's the only way. Ooh, recommend one way for me to start out and get money. At
Content
15.
creation.
Yes, content creation.
Content creation. Interesting. How's that working out for you?
Oh wow, you're being spicy, hey?
I am being spicy. No, because it's a serious question though. Because you gotta look at those pros and cons. You check. When it comes to crypto, a lot of people are actually making a lot of money. So the pros can outweigh the cons. But when there is a con, it is serious damage. But the pros do outweigh the con.
Okay, but where do you guys get the money to put? Like, you have to get the money to put it in that. Where do you
Are you
get
guys
that?
saving allowance?
You see, now you gotta ask the people that actually do crypto and trading. Because I don't.
So that's why we're personalizing it to you. What would you do as a side hustle for you? What attracts you? Let's put crypto aside. What would you do to make extra money?
The music business. Shout out to my producer Calvin, or aka Jimmy Morales. But like, actually though, because
And how's it going for you?
Yeah,
Where's
how's
the
it
money?
going?
How's the
whoa,
gigging?
we haven't released anything yet. We're still trying to find our feet, trying to create masterpieces here. There's no time for mid into the world just for the rush of money. We've got time. We're still young. We're still feeding off of you guys.
Oh wow, thank you.
No, but honestly though, what I'm trying to while I'm still living with you, I'm trying to create a plan for once I don't have access to you guys as a source of comfortable living. So after that, it's like okay, now that this is done, let me set this into action, set this into action, set this into action. So right now we're honestly just keeping it calm. It's nothing hectic here.
Okay. Do you think financial literacy should be taught in schools?
101,000%.
Why?
Because you can clearly see that with the inflation and tax rates, people need to know and learn how to make money. Because if they don't, it will seriously hurt you in this current day and age. And things are only getting more and more expensive. Pringles for 70 rand
I know,
is
right?
criminal.
I
Pringles.
cannot deal. I don't even know whether they said they increased the size of that thing. I don't care. I will not. I refuse.
70 rand
I reckon
for
it's
Pringles.
79.
Even worse. Even worse.
And then you shake it.
And then
It
you
can
go
move up and down. It's not like just eating. It's like
Exactly. So the thing is, it's only gonna get more and more expensive. So once people learn how to make money, it will be easier to adjust. I'm not saying it's gonna be easy, but it's gonna be easier to adjust.
and to handle money.
Exactly. And another thing is that the only reason I would have actually taken maths lit is because they kind of teach you how to pay taxes compared to maths core. You don't know because
really?
because now it's a thing that
Oh,
you're gonna have to learn on your
yes.
own.
Yes,
Yes.
they do actually.
They teach you how to what?
They teach you how to handle your taxes.
And the worst part is that the people that did straight maths, what are we doing? We're solving for x and y.
Yeah, precisely.
We're still solving for x and y.
Precisely.
What's I don't understand.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, that's another story for
It is what
another
it
day.
is.
All right. Do you think teens rely on their parents for money, or is there a push to be independent?
That honestly depends on who you are. If you want to be this financially stable independently, then that's a good thing for you. Honestly is. But me, I'm a very big leech for my parents' money. I am a very, very big leech. I will suck you dry, pause. But I honestly am. But like, it's not like a constant kind of, oh mom, can you give me some of this, and then dad, can you give me some of that? I will ask when I actually genuinely need it because
Need it or genuinely want to need it.
I will neither say yes or no to that statement question. Anyways. But yeah, as I was saying, it's like a okay. I'll only ask if I want to need it.
Okay.
Yeah, and plus I'm not very big on material things. But if I have it, then yeah. But it's not like oh my days, I really want that, and I'm gonna leech for my parents.
So what is it that you like money for? If let's say you were to write on a piece of paper how much allowance you'd want per month, you'd want that money for what?
Yes. What would you want that?
What is it for? Since you're not materialistic, what is it that you want? You'd want to have the money for what?
If I was to write down an allowance I've asked for, it would be like 150 to 200 rand. Only to purchase things in video games. Now don't look at me weird. I can feel your eyes. I'm looking straight into the camera. I can feel their eyes.
Skins.
I can't get skins anymore because my PlayStation got scathed, bruh. But you know, FC Mobile is a very nice and fun game to play, and there's a few things that cost a little bit of money. But you check, but like it's honestly because I enjoy playing video games. It's a very good decompress for me personally.
Do you know that there's people that make a career of that?
I do know that. But the problem is, y'all won't buy me equipment to go live stream, and
I love how it's
How does it come back to us?
Yes.
because
How about you say those 150s and 200s?
But you don't give it to us. That's the thing. I don't get it. I don't get that 150 to 200 rand.
So
I
you
don't get
okay?
it.
So you prefer having a set allowance than you asking for things as and when.
Absolutely.
So you'd rather have a set allowance,
Definitely.
which is fair.
Because then it'll be easier for me to budget to see, okay, in this bit of months I'll have this and now I'll be able to get this. It's
But
honestly it would work out
what
better
are
for
the
me.
chances are that you will have that set amount and you're still gonna leech because we already established that you're the leech. Now you're gonna get the 200 rand and you're still gonna be leeching for more.
I wouldn't be leeching for more because now that I have my own money from you that I don't have to leech for, it would be like okay, now that I
It's not
have.
gonna teach you. We can have an outfit to say, but we gave you your allowance.
Fair enough. But
Okay.
then, if I am falling short on something that I really want, that's probably limited edition or on sale just for a set amount of time, then yes, I would ask for a little bit more so I can get said thing and or object. But it wouldn't be something I do constantly, so I wouldn't be leeching.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's talk about personal growth and mental health.
Take one.
Yes, I feel like mental health amongst teenagers is a very, very big problem that is not addressed efficiently. All right. So, how do you and your friends deal with stress and anxiety?
Well, Instagram Reels personally, because once I finish my homework, all that homework, it's like okay, now I'm done with this. After all that stress, it's just let me get on Instagram, decompress, get in a few laughs, then I go to sleep. Or sleep on its own actually. It's just like a, you know what? It's enough. Just
All right.
sleep itself.
Do you teenagers feel comfortable in talking about mental health?
Personally, I do, but with certain people.
And what criteria, what qualities do those certain people have that make you feel comfortable to talk to them?
Well, personally, it's the fact that they listen and don't judge. But yeah, this cause like my best friend Zoe, she could listen to me for 3 days straight, and at the end of all of that, she'd give the greatest advice known to man. I swear Shakespeare learned from Zoe. I swear. Okay, I'll stop the glaze. But like and she'd say the same thing about me because I genuinely am a listener. I like listening to people because now it makes me realize that okay, I might be going through this, but now that they're going through this, it makes this seem not all that bad. But I don't let not all that bad make that problem minor, because once I make it minor and then it grows to something big and I still make it minor, it's just gonna ruin with my mental health.
Do you think that social media adds to the mental health struggles?
Definitely.
How so?
But not for me. Cause for some, now let me explain how it affects some people. Cause now they're seeing these IG models, you check, and they're seeing the
IG, Instagram, guys.
Yeah, oh my, y'all aren't that old.
Actually, at the end of this, you guys, you must say words and check us if we
Yes,
actually know what you say.
Alright, cool.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. Alright, so honestly, they see these Instagram models, and they say, oh my days, they're so pretty, I could never be like that. And now they get depressed and anxious and they're concerned about their body image. It's very bad for their self-esteem, their self-awareness, and self-confidence. And plus we learned this in LO, shout out to my LO teacher. Because now you see, plus now that social media is adding this toll, and plus the problems that are outside of social media adding as well, it's very big on people. But for me, I don't care about other people. They're built like that. That's so nice for them. You have no idea how much I enjoy being skinny. Being skinny is a proper blessing. My metabolism is so fast.
I used to be like that. Can I tell you something? I used to be skinny too, and I used to eat 8 slices of pizza without anything happening to me.
Now you,
Now you breathe.
now you breathe one and you're like, whoop.
Yes,
You're not eating it. Like,
Nah, but also
you think about ice cream and you gain weight. Just thinking about it. You haven't even eaten it.
No, but also for me, I also do a lot of running sports,
Yes.
like football. I play pickleball, which is also a lot of moving, and I do
What?
like this
What is
pickleball.
pickleball?
Pickleball is like tennis and ping pong. It's tennis but smaller. It's so much fun. Honestly, it's so
But
much
tennis
fun.
alone there is a lot of running.
Yeah, tennis is a lot of running, but
Crazy
pickleball is
running.
smaller and
Okay.
it's so much more enjoyable.
So, what are your thoughts on therapy or counseling for teenagers?
I honestly feel it very much benefit a lot of people that are going through this mental health problems, that have seen themselves as not good enough due to social media and the outside world already. So now having someone to talk to, like a therapist or a counselor, it's very good for you, because now you get things off your chest and you have someone who can give you professional advice and ways for you to overcome it. But honestly, I feel it was a very good idea to implement at two teenagers as well, because of the exposure we have to the world with our phones and our laptops and our, please keep buying them for us. How am I? You! I'm sorry if I'm selling for you guys.
Short camp.
Nah, but honestly, it's a lot of exposure just this to the outside world. And now, honestly, when it comes to buying your child a phone, you also have to take into consideration how mature they are, and also if they aren't necessarily mature, but you also feel like it will be what's the word, not beneficial if they don't have a phone for contact, because now you can see that they want to go out with their friends and so on and so forth. The parents lock is also a very good option. It's a very good idea.
I use it.
I
Yep.
know you do.
Family link.
Yeah. Family Link. Shout out to Family Link.
Shout out to
because
Family Link.
it makes our lives so much better.
Such a big difference. But yeah, honestly, but having counselors and therapists, it is very good because of the exposure we have to the world and how we feel that we're not good enough, because people post their quote unquote perfect lives, and now our lives is all
nowhere
messy
near
and
that, yeah.
yeah. So now it's like it's a hectic thing.
Okay. Do most teens, okay, let's leave that. What motivates you to stay positive and focused?
To be better than yesterday. Every time I've played a sport that I actually fairly enjoy, I always want to be better than I was. Like when I go for running, I always want to beat the time that I did. Or when I'm playing football, I always wanna be a little bit more cautious of where the ball is and a little bit more aware of the field and the players around me. Check. So like it's like for me personally, it's to be better than yesterday.
All right. Just for this is the last question, and then we're gonna go into you quizzing us on the latest lingo, on the latest lingo.
Lingo.
The last question that I have for you is, what are your future dreams and your aspirations?
Personally, me, I would love to be an astronomical scientist, because I love space and stars with all my heart and all my soul. It is the only thing that I love more than football. Okay, I get it. I have family members. Got to y'all on football.
Gee whiz.
Anyway, but honestly, I honestly would love to be an astronomical scientist, and I would love to be making a very stable, steady, and abundant income.
I love the abundance.
Abundance. You know,
Committed to existence. So
most
that we can leech.
Yes, we're gonna leech off Yenza. We're gonna make Yenza feel what it feels like to be leeched upon.
fair enough.
So make sure you have abundance.
Because you have an abundance of arts.
You see, this is why turning things on other people is good, but it's also bad. Anyways,
okay. Thank you so much, Yenza. Before we
so
go into the
very
lingo, we really appreciate you giving us a glimpse of what it's like to be a 15-year-old teenager. We appreciate it so much. Okay, I think, Magazi, we can start the lingo.
Yes.
So test us, let's see.
Test us.
How's it gonna go? You're gonna say IG, and then whoever knows it must just scream it out.
Alright, cool.
Okay, cool.
Alright, so y'all already know what IG is, so I'm not gonna say that, but what is TT?
TikTok.
Yes, correct.
And I'm the younger one of the two aunts.
That's hectic, great.
And I was on TikTok.
Chai. It's
It's over.
Finished, like it's late.
Kapush.
She
Yeah.
said it first.
Okay, whatever. Come on.
Alright, whoa, chill.
I need a score.
What is Park Dome?
What?
Park Dome.
Freedom. Home.
Fun.
No.
Park. Dome.
Mhm.
Park is the park. Dome is being stupid.
Stop being stupid.
No. Are you done?
Yeah.
It's like when you in a group of people and you're just sitting there like a as in like
skip
you
sale.
can't really join in the conversation because you don't know what's happening.
Oh, skip
Like
sale.
if also
skip
if
sale.
also if you're third wheeling, you're just there.
Skip sale saban.
Ah,
or
shame.
Candid.
Holding candles, man.
All right. Next.
Yeah.
I found that slap too.
difficult. That wasn't hard. That wasn't hard. I had it now. I lost it. I had it. I lost it.
Just one last one.
Okay. Last one would be. Yo, I actually have to think. Pardon me. We're just gonna edit that part of me thinking.
No edit here.
Huh?
Uncut raw.
Chai. Okay. Not that deep.
What's skibidi toilet?
I don't know either.
What is what?
Skibidi toilet. Honestly, I never cared to know what those brain rot terms were. I honestly couldn't care.
I think you must ask Bopila, most probably she knows.
Bupila. Come here, sweetie pie.
Come in alone.
Come in along.
Close the door.
Come around here.
Come this way.
Into the camera frame, bruh.
Hi. What's skibidi toilet?
Oh, scary. He's fat though. I know he's fat.
What does it mean when you say skibidi toilet? It means bad.
Interesting. Very, very interesting.
All right. Thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
Oh wait.
We
The
have
one
another one.
that I did actually get is Riz.
What's
Riz?
Riz.
It's popping. It's amazing.
It's chai. It's.
No.
You don't know. What is Riz? No. Sit down. What's Riz? She can help me.
No.
She's my offspring.
No, but the challenge was for y'all two to answer, not her. Bupira, keep quiet.
It's Riz. Okay, put it in a sentence.
Yeah.
He has good Riz.
Charisma.
It's got good
Charisma, basically, yes. It's your ability to talk to women, apparently. What else?
Oh, charma.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, wow.
Charma boy.
Anyways, thank you guys.
You know the vibes. But I can't end without playing this song, bro, because I was thinking of...
Tommy, goodbye.
Wow.
This is my 15-year-old nephew. Thank you guys for tuning in to our podcast today. I am Lily, your host. This is Yenza, our beautiful special guest. And that is our co.
Co is out of the building.
Thank you for tuning into Let's Chat with Lily.
Wait, before we end it, I gotta give a special shout out to a random person that just spawned. That's my cousin, y'all. Come on, yeah. She's in the frame too, cause her aunt and her mother completely forgot about her.
We didn't forget about her. She's gonna have her own episode.
Oh man.
Okay,
Yeah.
bye.